Hello, YouTube. I'm the Gooch.
And I'm the Dooshebag.
Today, we're going to do a video game review.
Yes, our very first video game review, and the both of us are very excited to do this. And this is one of the Gooch's all-time favorite games he's ever played. What is it, Gooch?
Actually, we're talking about Bionic Commando.
Absolutely. The arcade hit released in the late 80s.
No, we're not doing that one.
We're not?
No, it's a different one.
Which one are we doing?
Well, it actually started off as an NES game.
The Nintendo Entertainment System version. Absolutely.
No.
A classic down to the detail.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
No.
The Game Boy Color version released in the late 1990s called Bionic Commando Elite Forces?
No.
Not that one either?
No.
Well, then I'm lost, Gooch. Which one is it?
Well, we are playing the NES game, but it's not the NES game, mind you. We are going to be playing Bionic Commando Rearmed.
Oh.
Yes, this is a more of an updated, enhanced version of the Nintendo classic Bionic Commando.
Well, Gooch, since this being one of your favorite games of all time, why don't you tell the viewers at home a little bit about the Bionic Commando story?
Okay. Now, Bionic Commando started off in the arcade, and like all great arcade games in the 80s, we saw a version on the NES. The NES Bionic Commando was not the same as the arcade. In fact, it was more of a sequel. You did not play as Super Joe this time around. Super Joe had been captured. Now, to rescue a man as kick-ass as Super Joe, you had to be someone even more kick-ass. You were Rad Spencer.
Classic 80s name.
Yes. Now, as Rad Spencer, you are a special commando. You are armed with a bionic arm.
You're not just any special commando. You're the only commando in the whole fucking country that can't jump.
Yes. Now, that is weird. How you pass that physical, I don't know. Anyway, you can't jump, so what do? You have your bionic arm, and it's armed with a grappling gun. Think of it as kind of like being Spider-Man. You use your arm to grapple out. It shoots out. Bam. You grab onto stuff, and you swing around. You can grab onto all sorts of things and ledges and such, pull yourself up and get around. And you have a gun, and it's just, a typical 80s game, but with a twist on the platformer being that you don't jump.
Great job, Gooch. A+ performance on the history lesson.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, on a side note, the American and the Japanese version for the NES was slightly different in story, Gooch. Did you know about this?
No, I did not.
Well, in the Japanese version, you're sent in to kill the Nazis as they are planning to bring back to life Adolf Hitler. Apparently, the Nazis were working on some sort of reanimation project that we had never heard of. Interesting. I guess Capcom tried to enhance the story a little bit. Well, in the American version, Nintendo at the time was involved heavily in censorship, and we've seen this in many games, folks. Many games. Bionic Commando was a game as well that fell, unfortunately, into this censoring project. Nintendo of America did not want Nazi or Nazism even mentioned in the games, so it was replaced by the word Naz or Bads. So you're taking out the Nads or the Bads guys. And Adolf Hitler is totally taken out, as you can see in these pictures that we have found.
Yeah.
Pretty lame. So really, you're killing Nazis. So Gooch, tell us about some of the enhancements that's been made to the new version.
Yes. Now, the new version has had quite a few enhancements, but they didn't really change the game too much, but they really add a lot to it. It's hard to explain, but let me try. Now, there are barrels in the game all over, just like in classic 80s games and such. What was not in the original, but is now in this enhanced version, is the ability to grab onto these barrels. You can pull them back and use them as shields, or even toss them at the enemies. There is also the ability later on in the game to grab a hold of the enemies and use them as shields and such. There are different weapons in the game, and you have the ability to switch between them. Things like shotguns and rocket launchers. Really, really cool. What we also have in this game is a co-op mode and a multiplayer mode. The co-op is fantastic. You take on some of these new bosses that involve a new strategic, way of thinking, and you take it with 2 people, and it's a blast.
Up to 4 players, so if you've got 4 friends or you and 3 other friends, you can have a hell of a lot of fun time playing the new version of Bionic Commando. And I gotta say, this game rocks.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. Me and DB were playing it for hours today.
One downside to it, though, Gooch, no online play.
No.
Would have liked to have seen that, but I think the 4-player co-op really makes up for that.
Oh, yeah. And the cool thing, though, is even if you don't have the online play, there are still leaderboards where you can compare times and such for the challenge levels. Really, a lot of bang for your buck here. $10 on the Xbox Live Arcade at this moment. If you're getting it on the PlayStation Network or for Windows, you're probably going to pay, I think, $15. But it's still worth it. I mean, don't think that another $5 couldn't be spent on this game.
So if you have a 360 or a PS3, $10 is a very, very minimal investment to play a classic game remade for these 2 systems, as well as the PC if you want to spend $15. But Gooch, I recommend this game to our viewers. Excellent game.
Yes. This game, it's still challenging today. The gameplay hasn't changed. It aged very well.
Yes, it did.
I can't say enough good things about Bionic Commando Rearmed.
Go try it out. I guarantee you will be hooked on this game, and you'll be playing it for hours like we have.
Yes.
And if we had 2 other friends, we'd do the 4-player co-op, but we don't.
Yes, we do not.
I don't even like him. He has a video camera.
You don't like me? You're an ass.
You're a Gooch.
Yeah, I am.
That's right.
That's right. Okay.
So, Gooch, your final verdict on Bionic Commando Rearmed.
I like it. I really like it. I'm saying
4 out of 4 middle fingers.
yes.
And that does it for our first ever video game review on Bionic Commando Rearmed. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you go out and try this game.
Yes, definitely worth your money. If you like old school platformers that don't involve jumping, give it a shot.
Until next time, YouTubers, I'm the Dooshebag.
I'm the Gooch.
And we'll see you next time.